Day 2 of Israel's Gaza offensive. Lethal airstrikes produce scenes of chaos and casualties. More than 280 have been killed by latest count. It's the single bloodiest 24 hours since the occupation began over 40 years ago. Israel said the strikes it launched were a response to Palestinian rocket fire, which killed a single Israeli on Saturday. It even released this cockpit video, giving the impression the targets were hit with precision. But they were not. And the victims arrive at hospitals that are in no position to cope. They had long ago run out of supplies because of the Israeli siege. Breaking his silence since the onslaught started, the Palestinian president finally offered these stunning remarks.
Let me say this clearly. We contacted Hamas and Hamas leaders in Gaza and spoke to them bluntly, directly and indirectly through several Arab and non-Arab mediators. It is not the time to shun anyone. We spoke to them on the phone and told them, we pleaded, please do not end the ceasefire. Let it continue so we can avert what has now happened. And how I wish we had.
His close allies in the United States agree. It was the outgoing Bush administration that spearheaded sanctions against the boss's political rivals in Hamas.
The rocket attacks should stop. These rocket attacks have precipitated the current violence.
Quite predictably, the Hamas leadership sees it differently. The negotiations with Israel have proved useless in their eyes, and in a chilling call to arms, they say that now is the time to defend both life and property against Israel's ruthless occupation.
There is no path except that of martyrdom, armed resistance and martyrdom operations. This is what will support Gaza, and this is what will defend the West Bank. This is what will lift the oppression from you. We do not take up arms except in the face of the Zionist enemy. I call upon you to uprise. This is the time for the third intifada.
It's a power imbalance that continues unchecked. Israel says its operations are far from over. The UN stomps its feet. Neighboring governments fail to intervene, and the Arab League is days away from even meeting. Meanwhile, the world watches as Gaza shakes, even burns. Clayton Swisher, Al Jazeera.